Blind Guy Garage. Back this, I'm gonna try to put this video along with the other video. Just got this Jeep, the head put back on it. This is not the weather. Got the head put back on it. Filled it full of water a few days ago because it was warm out, and the block had a ton of antifreeze in it, and there's a lot of antifreeze already in the car. Didn't put any in it because I was checking for leaks and stuff. We were in the 60s, right at 60 degrees 3 days ago. Sunday rolled around, it was in the 20s, and I'm like, I should go check that. Didn't do it. Today's Monday. Got out here, popped the cap off the radiator. She's ice. But it was slush in the upper radiator hose. So you fellas that are up north all the time, and you're in like a 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee, how well do they fare with slush in the hose, upper radiator hose? Now, I did get it running. It took a long time to get it started. If the other video can clip into this one, you'll see that. Didn't want to do a good cold start, full-blown bone cold. But it did stay running. It didn't seem like we were overheating. So I'm trying to see if the antifreeze, no, see the coolant is not showing. We're going to crank it, turn the key on, all the way. It finally started showing heat. I had to put almost 2 gallons of antifreeze in this thing. I don't know how. It was full 3 days ago. I can't find any leaks. They cut the cat off. They were going to scrap this truck, or this Jeep. But everything works in it. Like, even the little flipper do and the key fob works. But I mean, with no cat, yeah, it runs a little wonky because of no cat. But I mean, look, we're idling at, what's that, 900? Why do these things sound so good? We drove it down the road. It did fine. I can hear the heater over there, the heater core sucking water and air bubbles. I'm getting a tiny bit of heat now, and I did put a whole gallon of straight antifreeze in it. I was terrified that we had a leak. I had my son come out and look. There was no, it was parked right behind that mower, and there's no melted snow there where it was sitting, except for what, like, the heat from the engine was blowing down on it. And I got a little da-da-da-da every now and again. I do have an intake manifold leaking, which I'm probably going to pull it off and silicone it and put it back on, because the exhaust gasket and intake gasket are one, and the exhaust and that gasket, you can tell I've been out here messing with it, that gasket is metal all the way across. So they didn't put any silicone beads or nothing on that. They did on the head gasket and stuff like that, but and the valve cover gasket. So let's see, I did go through making sure I got it cleaned up a little bit, but I was in a state of emergency, severe emergency. I was very scared that we had pushed the freeze plug out or something, because it just kept taking water and kept taking water. But like, still cold there. I mean, the valve cover ain't hot. It's blowing. This darn fan, the mechanical fan, that's a little warm. That's good. But I mean, it's a straight 6. They sound so good. They rev so quick, it's weird. But it really ain't lifter ticking or none of the stuff that I know that the 4.0s do. I can't see in there. Y'all can tell me in the comments, but I'll probably have it fixed by if that's empty. But everything's been working fine. I mean, the radiator's warming up. It's not hot by any means. They put a new radiator in it because it was overheating. The old head was cracked. I got another head. I heard a rattle on where the hood is doing the thing that it does. The old head was cracked, the original head. Got another head. That one was cracked. Took it back and found this one on a little XJ. They were using it in the junkyard as a yard dog, just jumping stumps and pulling cars and stuff. And luckily they already had all the stuff off of it, the intake and all. And we just took a valve cover, an intake gasket and a valve cover gasket, because I saw that they had two different of each of those, and found one. It took us way too long to get that off because I didn't have any tools. So I didn't know the lot I was going to. The junkyard was a you pull it junkyard. They didn't really say anything, and it's not like I can read the stupid sign or something. But so far, so good. Everything there. And then I put a transmission filter and pan gasket on the little guy. Of course, now we're not. Maybe now the hood lights don't want to work. But I guess this is all part of winter life, which lets me know that I really don't want to have winter life. That's what it was. The cable was a little too. Gonna get a wiper blades, but even the key fobby thing works back here too. And they were going to crush it. Which that was open. That's not good. These were working. They don't work at 20 degrees. It's cold out here. It must be locked. It feels like it's locked. It's not engaging anything. You know, it'd be terrible as if the truck locked the doors on me. But I'm sure some people up north that watch the channel know all there is to know about these, because this is definitely an up north kind of rig for people. Sounds so good though. But yeah, I guess number 6 intake tube is not sealed up all the way. I spray some brake cleaner on it and it just bogs the truck down and all that stuff. So I was hoping that a few heat cycles would make that come around, and it's not doing it. So I'm gonna have to pull the intake back off, which just doesn't look like it's a horrible job. It's a very odd setup that they did with the washers holding the intake on, but there's no actual holes in the intake for the bolt to go through. That's really crazy. But that's what they did. That's what they did. That kind of works. It sounds like it's under the floorboard. Well, over here. Yeah, that's over there too. Yeah, no headliner. Had the headliner delete kit go on. So yeah, y'all let me know how well do these things handle that. I know they don't like being overheated, because I went through 2 head gaskets. Head cylinder heads trying to find a good one. And I guess we got a bad resistor somewhere. You turn that to that and it quits. Every other speed is working, so I'm gonna let that ride. I haven't been able to get anything on the radio. It lights up. I don't know all the buttons. We got the deluxe radio though. We got all the stuff. But anywho, got cassette. But we have no dash lights and stuff, so maybe the fuse for that's broke bad. There's no dash lights and no interior lights, so maybe that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you know of any tips or tricks with these things, things to look out for other than what I've described. Y'all stay blessed.